Hello, Meoni here, and I've got another piece of juicy news for you from Final Fantasy XIV, and in particular this is all about the world visit system and the new restrictions to the firmament. These went active as of the 14th, so today, 14th of November 2019, and this is in direct response to basically what we looked at the previous day. And if you're not aware, basically people were able to hop servers and take part in other servers' fate events, the concerted efforts for the new Ishgard restoration. So essentially they made a post the other day where Yoshi P and the team specified what the problem was and why they had this initiative in the first place for other people to come from other servers, especially to help out the lower pop, which is a great idea. It is a fantastic idea, and honestly that should have been kept the way it is in my opinion. However, the problem is that this was causing quite a lot of stress on pretty much every server because they were happening at different times. So the way that the concerted efforts work, a just brief quick one for you. Essentially you would contribute collectible synthesis items to a vendor. That vendor would then give you points. Those points, as well as the scripts as the direct reward, those points collectively would be added to the contribution, the overall contribution of the actual restoration project. You could check this project's progression on the Sky Builders board, which is a board nearby, and the further the little bar fills to the right, basically the further the progression is. When that fills, it will then give you 2 hours until a fate spawns. Essentially, because different servers were doing it at different times, people were coming, essentially forcing the completion of this, which is the great point. That's really good. That's a huge group effort to do that. It means that the lower pop servers aren't left behind, and then ultimately they would be staying there waiting for the fate and taking part, which sounds amazing on paper. The problem was that the system only has a certain allocation for people to actually take part in the fate. Sort of like objectives were not spawning for everyone, such as the wood that you needed to actually go and chop into logs to then, turn that timber into part of a house wasn't actually spawning. I did a video on this yesterday if you want to go check that out. I actually do have footage in that video of what exactly happens when it goes wrong, so that's quite interesting if you've not seen it yet. But essentially what they've done today is they have added world visit system restrictions to the firmament. They say, we have acknowledged the issue where players are using the world visit system, which caused the firmament in the world they are visiting to reach its player cap, and many players were unable to participate in concerted works in their home world as a result. After reviewing the situation for the day, we have decided to install movement restrictions, so characters can only enter the firmament on their home world. This will not require a maintenance, and we are planning to implement this in real time on all worlds accordingly. For those characters that are already in the firmament when the restriction is implemented, the movement restrictions will apply after they try to re-enter the firmament. Please continue to participate in Ishgard restoration on your home world. We thank you for your understanding and continuous support. So basically what they've done is they've observed the fact that yes, these problems are happening with the player cap, but what they're actually referring to is people not being able to even zone into the firmament to take part. It's kind of like there's two problems here. They fixed the whole thing essentially by restricting access, which is a good fix, really, I suppose, fixing it at the stem. But at the same time, this does immediately stop any progression on those low population servers, or at least less population servers are going to have less of a good time. So I don't know. So servers like Spriggan, for example, are they going to have their concerted efforts pop up in the next few days rather than the next day? How is this going to work? Maybe there should be a scaling system then for if you have a lower population server, maybe the concerted efforts should be easier. I don't know. At this point there is a ranking page, and it was fairly even because of people jumping to take part in other servers' competition. I suppose now it's going to be, completely open to whoever has the highest population servers. So Ragnarok and Cerberus on EU Chaos are clearly going to be the leaders in this, probably followed by Louisoire. And then you've got stuff like Spriggan, that's Spriggan and Moogle that probably, are going to be a little bit behind. I'm not really sure, aware of the full numbers here. But can you imagine then that, on territories where there are more servers per data center, such as the American servers, this is going to be a lot more prevalent as a problem. So the original idea for them allowing this system was to actually allow people to take part and, help out when there was a low population situation, but essentially that's no longer the case. So yeah, let me know what you think about this solution. Is this a bit of a band-aid fix? Should they really have worked on a better fix for the content? Or is this exactly what you wanted? Either way, let me know below and I'll speak to you all next time.